Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Enter the Gungeon. How you all doing? Let's get back into things. I have to apologize for last episode. It was not my favorite, best, or greatest run. So I'm going to be playing as this fellow here, and we're going to give it a shot again. Do our best. What else can we do beyond that? The hope is we'll also accrue hegemony credits and also make some sort of meta progress in the interim, and that is, well, partially what we did last time, and we did at least unlock Elevator Man. So before we get really into the thick of things here, I want to say a heartfelt and sincere thank you to Christian from Germany, who wrote me a very, very sweet letter that actually really was quite moving, to a degree, like, beyond a lot of things that I've seen in the past. You know, people write to me sometimes and say really nice things, and I appreciate it always. This one went above and beyond, so I just wanted to say sincerely thank you so much for all your time watching and for writing me that letter. It was actually really encouraging, and, well, I think I needed it. So I appreciate it very much. I hope you stick around, and I hope you get to hear me say this. I figured it was more appropriate to write to you in a place where you might get to at least hear me say it live instead of just, you know, read the text. Anyway, I don't mean to gush, it really does mean a lot to me that there's people that have been around since the inception of the channel, and he said specifically he's watched, like, every video on the channel probably 1 or 2 times, which is a massive number of videos. Like, I can't even comprehend that. I mean, if I weren't here watching and participating in my own videos, I would have a hard time believing that I would watch all of my own videos again. I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I couldn't be that egotistical, but I'm saying if I was outside of my own self, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. There's no way for me to know. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. But while we're on the topic of things that happen in my mailbox, I think it might be a little bit of a funny story. I'm going to put somebody on the spot in the industry that honestly don't have a lot of sympathy right now for, and this is something that happened a little while ago, and I didn't really talk about it in much of a public way. I might have mentioned it on a stream because it was actually kind of hilarious. But there was, and I get these all the time, and don't worry, this isn't like anybody is going to get in huge trouble for me saying this is just a silly thing. But one of those people who is part of one of those recruitment groups for a YouTube network had written to me at one point in one of those recruitment attempts, and it was a very sad and sort of misguided attempt at recruitment because I don't believe they really said anything that led me to believe they really had watched any of my videos, but they often open in a sort of formulaic way that was like, hey, I'm a real big fan of your videos, and we were wondering if you might be interested in, you know, pairing up with X group, and, you know, we'd love to get you in a Skype call so we can make you all sorts of promises that we won't deliver on. And they don't usually say that last part, but they usually want to get you in a Skype call so they can say a bunch of things that aren't documented, and then they won't live up to those things later. Try to fill your head with hopes. And, well, the thing is, I've been with Curse now for the last year, and prior to them, I've been with Machinima for 2 years. And I am not in the market, really, for being with another network. It would be a very odd and rare moment that someone would be able to offer me better than what Curse has for me right now. And basically, when I get these emails, they seem very disingenuous from the start, and I don't really entertain them to any large degree. I usually at least read what they have to say. A lot of the time, they don't even, like, have the right name, or there's, like, some information that doesn't really add up because they're form letters, and I know they're form letters. And this is part of the process of having done this for as long as I have now is, you know, a lot of my email that I get is, like, stuff that I really don't need to read because it's all just, well, not all of it, but a lot of it is kind of junk mail under the guise of looking like something important. So, you know, you have to develop a filter for that sort of thing. Whether literally or figuratively. I mean, there are probably ways that you could filter some of those things out, and I took a lot of care to not, like, have myself on mailing lists for things that I don't want, so that's been good for the most part, and I'm sure I don't get nearly as much as people with a much larger degree of stature in the industry, so I'm thankful for that. Anyway, back to the story at hand. So one of those people had written to me with the same usual stuff, and I dismissed it fairly quickly, but in the top part of it, I realized they had actually forgotten to use BCC and use CC instead for carbon copy, and basically sent me a massive list of all the people that they are individually fans of their channel and would love to partner up with so-and-so. Essentially just basically proving that they're being disingenuous by sending that very letter, which was a little bit hilarious until I realized, well, not only had I gotten this, but Bear Taffy had also gotten the same letter on a different set of mistakenly not BCC'd email addresses. So there's like multiple massive email lists being sent out to all the people on this list. And some people are, you know, members of press that don't necessarily want their email addresses sent around to other YouTubers and things, which, you know, it's not the end of the world or anything. Most of them would be happy to talk if I had a reason to talk to them. But it's just sort of like a stupid breach of trust that doesn't need to happen. So what happened next was actually hilarious because I was, you know, I've actually had this happen before, believe it or not. It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last. I think it's probably about the third or fourth time I've seen this. Although this was one of the larger and more complete email lists that I've seen with one of these groups. So anyway, what happened next was somebody on that email list actually called them out in that very thread and was like, hey buddy, I see you didn't use BCC. So, yeah, thanks so much for your, you know, genuine inquiry about how much you love our channels and all of that, or my channel specifically, because I'm the only one you wrote to, right? That's the premise. So, the whole thing was just hilarious because then other people started to chime in, and then it just became this big circle jerk about, like, look how much of a D-bag this person is for using CC when they meant to use BCC. It's such a silly mistake, and people make it all the time, probably, but, like, if your job is for recruitment and to try and make people feel special via their own PR list and affiliateship, you're not doing yourself any favors or opening many doors by immediately alienating the very people you're after in the same email that you're recruiting them in, quote unquote. So anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. And, you know, feel free to comment if you've had similar stories or, like, inter-office memos that have gone in the same hilarious direction. I don't have a lot of sympathy for the recruiters on those networks. I mean, really, most of them don't have a lot to offer in the first place, and they basically just try and skim money off the top of YouTube channels. Many of them do it with that express purpose, like, they know going in they don't really have much to offer. The hope is just they can hook enough suckers to get them involved in a network that they can basically just, you know, get free money by doing essentially nothing. And many of the larger networks that actually do have something to offer on occasion also tend to make a lot of money by doing nothing. It's sort of like how insurance works, only if they hardly ever or ever have to pay out to anyone. It's a similar concept to that. Oh, I went for R when I meant to go for Q. All right. I don't know why I'm so hesitant to use blanks, man. I really shouldn't. There's no problem with using them. I don't get to take them to the next... Oh, no. I freaking forgot that explodes off the back wall. Anyway. I guess we can get back to the game at hand here now that we've killed the Gatling Gull. Again, what is this gun? The Pulse Cannon. Time of Death. Oh, Pulse. I get it. Alright, well, let's see. We do at least have a half heart here to get us back to full. I will try this gun out. It looks like a shotgun based on the shells. There's still quite a few weapons, actually, that I've never seen, which is probably not surprising, considering I've got some hours, but not nearly as many as most of my friends do at this point. Let's take a quick peek in here. We've got 108 credits for a wind-up gun, or some ammo, or a key or armor. Or a tasty bun over there. Well, sticky crossbow. Could refill that. I'm kind of, like, happy with the rogue special. Maybe I'll just take the key and leave the rest. I would bet that I'm going to get an armor drop, or an ammo drop at some point. Although the ammo is so cheap on the first floor. How badly do I need this gun, though? I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave it alone. Was there anything else to do on this floor worth doing? Well, I could check out the statue room again, because I peeked my head in. I was in the middle of talking about the other thing. And thank you, by the way, for the person that mentioned Green Lantern shows up outside of statue doors, so I don't keep dodging into the drink below Trying to shell tan ammo elemental. Kneel at the altar, walk away. This, I guess, would refill... Oh, it's in exchange for, like, a curse for refilling all your ammo, I think. I don't need that right now. I don't know what the curse is going to do. Probably, like, increase the likelihood of champions or something like that. Maybe other detrimental things. I don't know. I'm not going to find out right now because I don't need to. We're going to take the old bullet train down to floor 2 instead. Anyway, I'm not sure why I really needed to get into that whole thing just now. It occurred to me because I felt like it would be a funny topic. My email box has gotten to be quite a jungle at this point. I don't stay on it as much as I should anymore, but I think part of it is I've gotten a little bit numb to how much wasted time goes into my email now. Like, at this point, I think I really should have someone that's, like, going through my email for me, but I just don't have the money to do that. Nor do I really want to get involved with the tax situation of hiring an employee. That's something that's probably a little beyond me. I don't even have an accountant. So, just being fair about that, you know, it would be lovely if I didn't have to do all that shit myself, but that's just probably not the world that I live in. So... anyway, you know, there's a lot of stuff on a daily basis that comes in. Surprisingly, more offers than you might expect to. And, you know, part of me joining Main Menu for the sake of Twitch was because they have a lot of that stuff sort of vetted, and they do sponsorship deals with people, and it's like, they've already got the contract stuff sorted out. A lot of that stuff is all just good to go, and it really makes the whole thing a lot better. And plus, I have a group of people that I like that I can team up with in the event that it's something that we could do a group thing with. I find that kind of content to be a lot of fun myself. I think some of the most engaging and enjoyable stream stuff that I've done is with other people. I mean, I've had a lot of fun doing some of my own as well, so don't get me wrong. But if you're looking for, like, hilarity, which a lot of people are, usually... Wow. What was I thinking there? I meant to hit R, and I hit Q instead. Great job. I'm not the funniest person myself. I mean, I have my moments, I suppose. But I don't generally tend to do the setups and the punchlines as well when I don't have someone else to play off of, so... You know, I really appreciate the group dynamic, and it just sort of takes care of itself on that kind of thing. But I get quite a few offers in email for various things, more things than you would expect, like I said already. Various things that are, like, really not anything to do with what I would consider as reasonable for what my end goal of YouTube and Twitch content is. You know, pairing up with, like, computer case manufacturers and things like that, just, I don't know. I'm trying to branch out a little bit, but there are limits, I think, to what makes any sense for me. And there is something to be said for people who are just willing to try all the things they can try and see where it shakes out. But I think I would like to have some sort of level of sensibility about the whole thing. And again, it's not to say that I won't experiment a little bit, and I think that's what One Up Box was for me a bit. Those videos didn't do particularly well, and I ended up sort of embroiled in a minor controversy that I wanted no part of, and also did not court or do anything to provoke. And I found that a bit frustrating, so that sort of made me want to distance myself a little bit from pairing up with things that I don't necessarily know if I have 100% control over. The controversy, by the way, because I'm sure somebody's going to ask, is... One Up Box had actually done paid promotional deals with a number of YouTubers for a larger amount of money, or I should just say large, because I didn't get any money for my deal, but a larger amount of money than I would have expected, and also they didn't tell me that they were doing this, so then people started assuming that when I was putting up the videos, I had gotten this deal and not disclosed it. And that is not the case. I was not offered a deal aside from the revenue sharing deal, which is when I sell one of them through my referral link, I get a small cut of it. And it is incredibly important to me. It's like the paramount issue in my mind, that transparency is always disclosed and made available for you guys. And that is not a thing that I'm ever going to skimp on. So if there is ever a paid deal, you will know about it. Because that is just how I would like things to work. That's how I would like to know things are going if I'm on the receiving end of that information. So I will be doing that same courtesy to you. But people just assume the worst a lot of the time because they don't know what's going on. And I was in a weird position because I didn't actually realize that there were people that were getting another deal. as far as I was concerned, everyone was on the same level playing field, and I don't even blame them for this. It was just sort of scummy on the behalfs of a bunch of YouTubers who didn't disclose that information to their audiences, so then people assume the worst of everyone else because of that. It's just kind of a bad situation. Anyway, again, I don't feel like it was really their fault or my fault. It just was a bad circumstance. And sometimes those sort of things happen. But I can do everything in my own power to control the message that disclosure and transparency are extremely important to me. And I will go to such a length that if it becomes an issue where people start questioning that, I will do what I can to distance myself from the thing that made them question it. Because it's not actually that important. I was making almost nothing from that deal anyway, and it wasn't like I was loving the videos to the degree that I need to be to necessarily keep it up for a long period of time. I did enjoy doing them a couple times. I wasn't massively in love with the content in those boxes. I thought they were kind of fun to do that kind of video, more than even what it was that was in the boxes, if that makes sense. Just to do a video where I can basically just do like reactions to a physical object was just something I was trying out, you know? And it's not like I had much to lose in that situation. They treated me fine. I had no problem with the people behind One Up Box. But that situation cropped up. So anyway, I think you get the idea. But disclosure will always be of the highest priority as long as I'm doing content in one form or another. So you can expect that. I treat you guys with respect, you treat me with respect, and that's how I hope it works. And generally, it does work that way, in fact. At the very least, that's what I aspire to do, so that's what I will try to do, and if it doesn't work out that way, well, at least then I can keep my head held high and say I did my best. Because what else could I do beyond that, you know? Anyway, back to the run for Enter the Gungeon. We've got wacky bouncy bullets, is that? Scatter shot, quantity over quality. What does this do? Yeah, bouncy bullets are purple. More bullets, less damage. I'm not a huge fan of that. How does that work for my infinite gun? Triple bullets. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll try it out. It's not like I have a choice. I don't think I can drop items once I pick them up, right? Active items, yeah, but not passive stuff, I don't think. Although I can select them. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do that. Okay, I was just trying a couple buttons just in case it was a thing. So we're going to finish out this floor before we attempt the boss. We ended up pretty close to death there for a moment, and then things started to swing back in the other direction. So having, like, lower damage scares the crap out of me because I really don't know if I have enough damage to start with. If you're absolutely pressed to, I suppose you could take the starting weapon onto about floor 3. And beyond that, it seems like you're pretty much doomed for failure. I mean, you've got to have something better to get past the bosses, though, unless your dodging is just impeccable. And mine is not, as you can see by the fact that I have 1.5 hearts of damage on floor 2. I should be a bit better off by now. Well, there's some ammo. I've still not used the pulse cannon. I guess we're saving it for the boss at this point. And I haven't gotten any more guns. I also don't have any on offer here. Well, I've got a ton of money. I've got the prime primer here, which is not... Oh, there is still potentially one more room. This is all of my money, pretty much. If I take that, I'm gonna take the health again, because I'm a scrub. At least it's only floor 2. You know, the price of that health is not as detrimental as it'll be on floor 3. Oh god, that took so many shots to kill that bullet! I still enjoy saying things like killing that bullet. It's a very irreverent thing to say, you know? Wanted to get in close and see if we could really beat him up. Okay, so these guys, I can pretty much one-shot. Oh, it gave me that last half health. So we're pretty much back where we are, actually back at full health. And we get one more chance at an item. It's a gun. What is this? The hammer. Many bullets. And it seems to launch a hammer at the end, so let's give it a try. Oh, it's the old didgeridoo. It's the old altar. Which, again, I'm pretty sure I need to bring the prime primer to. I think the way the game works, don't quote me on this, but I think the way the game works is there's 5 floors or 5 chambers, normally, and then the game would end. However, if you do the Spelunky-style metagame that happens throughout it, with, like, the prime primer and the, what is it, the gunpowder, perhaps. Oh, this is kind of cool. Perhaps you can get to floor 6. I think it's something like that. And don't spoil it for me. I don't actually want to know. I'm just throwing the ideas out because I think it's fun to speculate. I'm trying to stay as naive as possible so I can have these discoveries for myself. I know I say this in like every episode, so I'm sorry. I know it's tiresome. I'm just trying to look out for my own interests then, if that's how it's going to be. Oh, right. Want to get a little bit closer. Oh, dodge it. Okay, wasted a bunch of ammo there. Oh, no! I rolled, though! Oh. Yep, use the wall. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I freaking hit Q, but I'm out of prime. Blanks. What happened to the hammer at the end? Nothing? I don't know. I think this is a really good gun, though. I think I should probably get this more if I have the option. Oh, we're not done yet. I gotta use this. Oh, hell, come on. Rip. This is pathetic. I don't know what it is. It's not like I had a lapse of concentration. I just, like, had a disconnect between my hand and the character, apparently. Well, this is atrocious. I'm, like, barely struggling by. Ring of Chest Vampirism, Blood from Wood. I've seen this once before, but I forget what it does. Open chest, maybe get hearts or something. Heals upon breaking a chest open. Okay, cool. That's all right. We'll pop back over here. And get this other ring, too. The Ring of Mimic Friendship. Maybe that would actually pay off in the end. But this is... You know what we'll do? Just because I want to do it to say I've done it, and because I have enough health or enough money, I'm just going to buy this. It says Old Magic. And it says, bullet component, the primer of one of the first gun dead to ever walk the Gungeon, still trembles, the energy is released when the bullet struck. Now we're going to take it to the candy shop, which is the altar, actually, which is, I guess, this up here. Just try it out. I don't even know if this is what you're supposed to do. I mean, this could be a crushing defeat for me in about 5 seconds. Altar is empty, do nothing. Oh, man. All this time, I was wrong? There's, like, no other thing I can do, really. Maybe it's got to be a specific gun that I put on the altar or something like that. Some other item I have to drop? I really thought because that item's always in the shop and that floor always has that room, that those two things were just linked. Crap. Alright, back to the drawing board. So figure it out eventually. Well, at least we've got the hammer. And the hammer will hurt him, so let's see what we can do with this then. Goodbye all my money. We'll try and get the gunpowder then on the next floor and see if that's anything. Maybe it is. Maybe there's even a thing I was supposed to get already by floor 1. Like, maybe you've got to get something from the sewer and then go to floor 2 and then do the things. Oh, that's probably what it is. I have to get something off the sewer and bring it to that altar. Maybe it's that bone shield or whatever people were talking about before. I didn't pay terribly close attention, but there was some kind of item that I think was granted from the sewer that I needed to keep. That's what he said. There's something else you can do with it. I don't know. I'm sure I wasted it. I'll put the pieces together. They fit, and they'll make sense. I'm kind of loving this gun. I'm also loving the tri-hammers at the end. That's pretty sweet. I don't know if it's one of the strongest I've ever had, but it's definitely, like, taking care of shit for me. Like, I don't have to worry. This is pretty good. Let's switch over to the pulse cannon, which is also pretty good. I have to keep in mind, though, this is not the way that this gun would actually normally work, since I've got the item that increases bullet output. Not that I expect that this gun would be bad, but I believe the bullet output here is actually kind of what's selling me on it. Man, there's like a lot of diverging paths right here. Okay, we've got one to the right, 2 down, and then the one over by the elevator. So we just get in their faces and just do some business with this thing. Oh, we got a possessed guy. Let's just take him out on this side first. This guy's super fast. Get out. All right, sorted that out. This guy cannot be rolled over yet. These two can. So why not? There's our ammo that I've been waiting for about 100 years. Let's send it to the hammer. I think it's actually more useful than the sticky crossbow. Yeah, there is still the chance that I can bounce back from this run having sort of a iffy start. I wouldn't say it's the worst start, but it's really not great. Again, that disconnect just seeming to be a big problem for me. The difference between my hands and the character, something that I need to close the gap on pretty soon. Okay, we're back to full health. Just gotta stay alive, stay strong, stay vigilant. And watch out for Dan Giesling bullets. They have red bandanas. That's what their thing is. I should, like, shoot off some of these guys. What's the... Oh, maybe not like that, though. It's E and then you roll them, right? Yeah. I rarely do the rolling element, but it could be useful. I think the explosion knocked him back, so he didn't even get to feel the force of that explosion. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. What knocked him back, then? It's just a delayed animation, I suppose. What's up, guys? Quick room. Get rid of the rubber bullet, and he shoots away. Continuing upward. Money is not going to be a thing anymore, by the way, in case you didn't realize. We're going to use the hammer for this guy. We got to knock him down quick. Oh, God. Not great. Okay. That's the end of him. Okay, cool. And the explosion took out 2 of the enemies, it looks like. Or 1 teleported, actually. Cool, cool. I'm with it. Get rid of this guy, too. Oh, he's got stunned, I guess, from the hammer. And we've got an extra bit of health left over, too. Yes, please. Ah, extra health. Brilliant. Heart Locket is lovely. Memento Mori. Reminder of your mortality, yes. Oh, it's Linkle. I gotta get you out of there, buddy. I was looking at the map. I don't know if it's a he or she. Doesn't matter. So since we went ahead with the Prime Primer, we gotta get this item as well, the gunpowder, which you've seen me do, I believe, at least once before. It just involves a bit of careful rolling. You know, much like a Limp Bizkit song. Oh, back up. I still don't understand why this cart can just, like, roll on nothing, but it's the magical, mysterious properties of the Gungeon, I'm sure. They've worked all that stuff out in advance. One more. This one takes us in. And I just gotta grab the item itself. I haven't even used the lockpick at all, but truth be told, it isn't the best. It has, like, a pretty decent chance of just destroying the chest that you're trying to open, so I'm reticent to use it. Alright, here we go. Oh, careful. There we go. Alright, so now we've got the Prime Primer and the gunpowder from the deep. Bullet component. Before the Great Bullet fell, the Gungeon's original master uses powder in experiments. Bullet can still mine it from the depths, awaiting the return of their master. So both of these say bullet component. There is absolutely a story to be told between the two of them. They also show up every single run, which means they're obviously important. You're not trying to pull the wool over my eyes anymore, Gungeon. I get that there's something going on here. Although, you know, to be honest, I knew there was something going on there before I knew. Now it's just confirmed. Because I'd never bought the Prime Primer before. Yeah, I definitely want to grab this gun as often as possible. The speed with which it's firing is just, it's great. It's making this whole thing a lot less stressful. Can we talk about how cool it is that all of this junk sticks around after you finish each room? The dead bodies, the hammers I fired off, the debris from all the barrels I broke, even these little iron rods that have their own clang and clamor to them. Absolutely love that detail. It's such a high level of detail that I wouldn't have expected from something like this. That ultimately doesn't need to be there, but it really does add a bit to the experience, so. A little bit more praise for Gungeon, as if we needed more, right? Alright, trying to take this run seriously, in case you couldn't tell. Not that I didn't take the run seriously in prior runs, just, I distracted myself a bit too much last time, maybe. I've got to run the right level of brain activity for the flow state to take place, and not so much that it actually distracts me. There's like a perfect middle ground. So you and me, audience member, we will figure this out. We will find that perfect balance. We will pursue it. Okay, I know this capital I room. I've seen it 100 times. We're gonna hop over here. And we're gonna make sure that when we're killing this guy, we do it from this perspective, because the bubble bobbles are gonna show up. I'm gonna stun this guy so he doesn't blow a bubble at me. Oof, careful with those bubbles. They're a little wily. And then we're just gonna take care of these guys at a distance. No problem. Everything's great. Everything's grand. Watch out for Bruce Willis bullet. And watch out for the explosion. Oh no, I got hit. Oh, I'm the worst. Please, no. Oh, this room's a bit hectic, isn't it? Please, anything. Anything die. Okay, we had a lot of dudes that all had, like, invincibility for a while. Not a fan of that. There's two of those guys that shrink down into a metal ball, and a Bruce Willis bullet that also shrinks down and becomes unhittable. Every now and then you just get, like, a really bad draw of enemies in a certain room, and that can be enough to really turn the tides of, like, an okay run into a pretty bad run. We get the blunderbuss. We've got a great friend. No ammo, a key, and 2 heart pieces. Well, full and a half. Mega Dowser is not worth it. Blunderbuss might be worth it. I don't remember. Too bad I didn't keep more ammo for the hammer, because now I'm going to be relying on hopefully getting an ammo drop before we get to the boss. Okay, no, we're fine. Get rid of this. Oh, get rid of this jabroni. Okay, we've killed the cover. No more cubulons. Rubber bullets I'm okay with. I can fire at them before they reach me, and all is well. And there's our boss. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to be getting ammo after all. Wait, okay, there's one more room I can check out. I got a little bit excited before when I found the cavern room or something, and then I forgot to go back and pursue this path. What do we have here? Oh, another chest with... Ooh, the pitchfork. Okay, I like it. I think I've seen this one before, and it's pretty good. And it also doesn't reload, I think, ever. So I'm kind of into that. Well... Where does that leave me, then? No keys. Not much money. I think we fight the boss. Oh, I do need a half a heart, so I can go back and snag this guy. Could be the difference between life and death here. And I also didn't get the cell key. Right? No, I didn't grab that sucker. What's up with that? Where's the cell key gonna drop from? I've done... Oh, right, there's the 2 bosses again. I'm misleading myself. I have, like, an okay chance at Blockner, maybe, but... I don't know. I think the optimal play, even if I went for Blockner, is to kill this boss first, in the off chance that I might get a master, which then gives me an extra heart piece. We'll see how it goes. It's Cannon Balrog. I'm probably gonna get hit here, but I'll try it. Try my best. Early blank, second blank, no more blanks. Those are gone now. And we're just gonna fire away till the end of the day. I can't really rely on blank strats like that. It's not gonna work. I've got to... Oh, wow! That was really lucky. And this is not doing enough damage for me to be contented with it. We gotta switch weapons here. What are we using? Finish off the hammer ammo, I guess? Hammo? I've got a little bit more. Let's just be a little careful with these guys. Yep. This is fine. Still fine. Oh, that was not as good, but oh my god, I almost dodged right into it again. Where are you? All right, get over here. I can't get close enough to fire accurately. I might have hit the hammers. I don't know. I can't tell. That's better. Okay, that's the end of that gun. We're gonna switch back to, I guess, this pulse thingamajig. which is now a shotgun. Oh, God. Not a lot I could really do with that. Oh, no, my health. Getting hit in this game, like, really hurts. You can feel it every time. And he's at, like, half health. I have not been doing what I need to be doing to really take this guy down fast enough. The abundance of bullets is just not as helpful when you have to keep your distance like I am. I don't know how I could have dodged that, actually. It set up, like, 3 of them in the same spot. I think I just needed to be further away. Ooh, this is tricky, man. Everybody's freaking beating Gungeon now, and I'm, like, struggling on floor 3 now. It's just pathetic. It's like I peaked early. Oh, my God. What was I supposed to do with that? Oh, my God. 2 hits? I mean, I want to blame the guns, but at the same time, is that really fair? I don't know, maybe it is. You do need to have good guns to win this game. I mean, it's partially a little bit luck, but it's mostly skill. I think we can all agree that it's mostly skill. Cannon Balrog has been defeated, with the cell key showing up after the boss kill. Oh, we did get the Vertebraker, though. Or the Vertebrake 47. Vertebrake 47, that's what you're supposed to call it. Fair enough. Let's go free Linkle from his or her prison cell. Here, I gotta admit, this is like a top-tier gun. Thanks for rescuing me. Thought I was gonna be stuck here forever. Maybe I'll see you around? So this character will show up on occasion to, you have to bring a fully completed map, and then it'll give something in exchange for that. Maybe an item, I don't remember. Chest or something. Okay, 44. It's better to buy if I have to here, because it's just going to get more expensive on the next floor anyway, so I think I'm going to just spend all of that there. And hope I get good drops. And I don't have enough for a key. I've got 8 shells. Let's go on. Hope for more ammo as well. I have this terrible twitch where basically when I'm doing really well in a game, or even just like under a bunch of pressure, the tip of my nose just, it lights up. Like I've got to itch it so badly. And maybe a lot of people have this because it's just sort of a, could be like a Pavlovian response or something. You know what? This gun is too good to use on the majority of these floors. I need to hang on to it for the boss, if I can handle that. Because it actually will give me a chance at beating the floor 4 boss in the off chance that I happen to get there. Which is like, this would be the 3rd time I've done it if I do. And this is like the 2nd time I've even made it to floor 4 on these videos. So, yeah. Let's just play conservatively for now and hope for the best. But anyway, I wonder how much of that nose itching stuff is just like conditioned behavior and how much of it is that your nose actually itches. Probably like mostly conditioned. Alright. Okay. No, we dodged. We're good. It's the 2-tiered dodge approach that sometimes can be very nerve-wracking. You know, I'm dodging through that cascade of bullets in a circular fashion, and then there's also a secondary follow-up pile of bullets that I've got to dodge past, and I can't even get an angle on them. What are you doing behind there? I can't hit you. Oh, no, I am hitting you. You're fine. Yeah, resume being dead. You're fine. I kind of hope I get the boss quickly in this. I want to just, like, go straight for an attempt. Because I actually, like, right now I'm in an okay position to actually take on something that I need practice on, which is all of the floor 4 bosses, because I've only fought them, like, 2 or 3 times, like I said. I hope I can pull this off someday. Pretty confident I can. I mean, I could get everything in Isaac, which means I'm okay at this kind of thing. Obviously, this one's a bit harder. Well, in some contexts. It's really hard to compare, like, a Gungeon run of any kind versus, like, a Keeper run or a Lost run. I mean, a lot of that stuff, it comes down to strategizing, which is where I'm sure I'm lacking here as well. I simply lack the foresight to be able to strategize properly because there's so much I haven't seen or done yet. Okay, this is about to run out of ammo, which I hope I can get ammo back for it because I'm enjoying this gun. Seems like it's getting the job done pretty well for me on this floor. I don't know if there's any correlation or, like, to what degree elemental stuff actually matters in this. Oh god, this guy's a champion. Okay, we're gonna have to switch weapon. But it does feel a little bit like it's possible that there's, like, an ice and fire kind of thing going on. A song of ice and fire to sing, as it were. Alright, let's head back down. Let's hope for ammo soon. Please, ammo, please, drop soon. It would really be a huge help. Oh, this is not great. I gotta save these blanks for the boss, but I don't want to do it at the expense of my own health. There's a lot of trade-offs going on in this game. Oh no, this gun's almost out too. Are you gonna put me in the awful position of having to use the starting weapon for a floor 4? That's not cool, man. That is not cool. Oh, no. I don't even know what that is. Some kind of angry face down there. And not like the one from Nick Jr. Gone Mad. Who's the possessor? Oh, he's right below him. Okay, I need the right gun for this situation. And this is not it. But I at least cause him to move, so that's something. Oh, whew. Okay, it's gonna be unavoidable pretty soon. Alright, he's dead. I know cover is a thing. I have no table tech right now either. I guess I kind of like chill down here, do my work from a distance, since I have infinite ammo. Almost have infinite time, just wait for the downtime and come back at him. As long as this guy doesn't screw me over, which he might. There's a lot of bullets going on right now. Oh, come on. Those are almost the proest of plays. The best I could have asked for, anyway. That thing is terrifying looking. It doesn't give you very long between shots, either. Oh, good. Round 2. Oh, they've got lasers now. That means there's a Skeleman, right? A Skelemancer? Yeah, that's what that means. The man from Death State is here again. We got a AK-47. This is just not gonna work. I've got to go ham on this guy. I'm very sorry. This room is going to claim way more health than it deserves. Oh, no! That guy regens if you don't take him down fast enough. Okay, now that this room is mostly clear, we can switch back over here. Please give me some freaking health. Oh, you've not given me the health. Why would you do this? Sorry, I meant ammo. Health too, though. I'll take the health. Oh, no! This is not great! Oh, no! Not great. Not enjoying it. Not the antithesis of the McDonald's ad. Not enjoying it. Skelemen require the vertebreaker. It's thematically appropriate. Oh, I hate it. I'm wasting ammo and health at the same time. Alright. I've picked terrible rooms, evidently, to go into. Because, oh no, I'm gonna freaking die! I've set myself up in the worst of ways. Please, lost souls, grant me solace. Guide me through this awful world we live in. Okay, G freaking G. I'm angry about that one. That run was poised for some really nice stuff, and I just threw so hard. Well, combined throwing with some pretty bad luck, too. I mean, yeah, I had all the guns to make it happen, but I made some bad decisions or something because nothing had ammo by the end. There's no guarantees in this world, though. I mean, if I would have run into that statue that gives me the curse and refills all my guns, you better believe I would have taken it at this point. Just wasn't afforded that luxury this time. Anyway, that's that. I guess we'll go pop back up and take a quick visit into the shop. The Poppin' Shop. I've got 8 credits, which is enough to buy at least one of the 2 things. I think they were like 5 and 6 each. What's left here? Rocket-powered bullets, that's 4, and the flash ray is 6. Alright, well, we'll buy the flash ray because that might be entertaining next time, and I've got an achievement, 28 out of 100 for patron. Don't patronize me. I'm not even that far in. Alright, so in 2 more, I'll be able to clear out this selection, and we did at least find a new NPC, so we've made some sort of lateral progress, and we also had kind of an exciting run that turned a bit sad. Oh well, what can you do? Well, that's been it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it as always. If you don't mind, leave a like. I appreciate that especially too. And, you know, feel free to comment. I'd love to hear your stories about BCCs gone wrong, if you don't mind. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great night. Later.